Clownworld. Vice President lets armed gunmen into Ohio school to protect them from police. Now, this is an example of what I've been saying that the left has been doing for years now. They actually protect the criminals and come for like victims and normal regular people. And this is more proof of that right here. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. And there's also a link to my Instagram where I put out tons of news throughout the day, so check that out as well. All right, let's talk about this news. On September 14th, four masked teenagers armed with guns arrived at Garrett Morgan High School in Cleveland, Ohio, and despite 911 dispatcher and school security advising against it, two assistant principals from leadership let the males into the building to protect them from police arriving on the scene. It's just, it makes absolutely no sense. So you got kids with guns and you're gonna allow them in your building. It makes no sense. But local Fox 8 News reports that one of the vice principals said, quote, "I confirmed the interior doors were locked and instructed the four suspects to come to the vestibule because it was unsafe to be outside because I saw police officers." Like, for real? Like, I still don't understand the logic behind this. The four masked males arrived in three stolen cars in the afternoon, and as local WDTN news reports, the school security officer immediately spotted the suspicious group, alerted both the school and authorities, and locked the doors. While the school was in lockdown, police were dispatched to the scene. While the security officer is on the phone with 911, he shouts, quote, "Do not let them in the building and do not let anybody through that door, people." In the video from Yahoo News, the security officer had another party can be heard. I'm sorry, and another party can be heard screaming, quote, "Don't let them in the building," continually as the vice principals approach the masked and armed teens. The school admins then let the teen inside the main door where they remain inside the school's vestibule. These principals, these vice principals need to be fired immediately. I hope the parents go to the school and just blast these stupid vice principals. But according to Cleveland Metro School's website, the vice principals at Garrett Morgan High School are Christopher Kane and Carolyn Elias, who work under principals Anson M. Ivory. I hope they fire them. The high school, the Garrett Morgan School of Leadership and Innovation, was in session at the time, and teachers roughly 285 students in grades 9 through 12. Very, very small school. Moments later, the police arrived, and body cam footage details the rest of the encounter. Vice Principal Christopher Kane is visible in the footage as standing by the doors where the teen were admitted entry into the school as police arrived. Police entered the vestibule and told the teens that they were being detained. One teen replied, "For what? What am I being detained for? Like you ain't got no, like you ain't trespassing and got a weapon. Come on, be for real." All four teens then began running from the police, resulting in a prolonged chase that found three of them being captured and arrested and one getting away. Two guns were recovered from the youth, and the three cars were all confirmed to have been stolen. Two of the three were sent home on their own reconnaissances, and they await juvenile persecution. This is just crazy. One teen who was in possession of a gun was detained, and records show he was wanted in an unrelated robbery case. The Cleveland Metropolitan School District defended the principals. Like, this is nuts. Quote, "As one of the witness statements indicates, the males entered a controlled, secured area that is specifically designed to prevent access to the rest of the building. Cleveland police had already arrived on the scene and were able to make arrests. The staff member made a split-second decision that the individual thought was the best way to keep students and staff safe," Cleveland Schools said in a statement. I mean, I don't. I'm trying to understand, like, how can you defend this? Like, so you're gonna open up the doors, open up the vestibule so they can get closer to you when they got weapons on them? Like, To protect them from who? Protect them from the police? So you rather protect these criminals because they're criminals, teens or not. They come into on school grounds, what everyone knows as a gun-free zone. So and they're masked up and they got stolen vehicles. So you worried about police what taking them out like they're good people? I mean, come be for real. Teenagers are not. This makes no sense. And Ken Trump, who runs National School Safety and Security Services in Cleveland, was also very critical. Quote, "You've just let them one step closer in," Trump said. The goal is to keep students away from harm. You don't let the bad guy, especially when you know they're the bad guy, get closer into your school building, Trump added. I mean, this could have went horribly wrong. What would have happened if they would have shot out the glass, and started shooting people or something like that? Like, I mean, why would you let them in the vestibule in the first place? This whole thing is ridiculous. I hope the parents go to the school and blast these stupid principals and the school board that's defending them because it makes no sense. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out themarkrepublics.com for the latest news. Until next time, peace.